Is the new Tokit Induction Cooktop the best budget induction worktop in the market right now? Well, let's go and test it. I've been using Tokit for a while. I've got their mid-range induction hob, which I use for all my cooking videos. And I'm really curious to see whether they've been able to produce the same quality just in a more budget hob. I got this from Amazon. It comes really well packed. Right off the bat, you can see that it's got a nice slim frame with the air vent at the bottom. Comparing it to their iron model is of course not as slim, but it's still a pretty nice sleek design. The measurement for ease, I'll just put a picture, but let's start looking at the functions when switched on. Looking at the bottom, you got this one, child lock. Important when you got children. Second one, timer. The cool thing about this is that actually you can set a timer up to 3 hours. So you can do a slow cook, go somewhere else, stay in the house obviously for safety. Then you can set the power between watt or Celsius, and of course you can move it up and down with the arrows. And this is the switch on, switch off. So we're gonna be doing 2 tests to see how good this induction oven is. The first one, how fast will it boil a pot of water? Very important when you have an induction hob that it's a fast heating element. That's why we love them. The second one, can we do a slow cook in an induction hob? That's one of the Achilles tendon? Achilles? Yeah. That's one of the Achilles heel of induction hobs that tend to shoot up power and then go down, and you're not able to slow cook. So we're gonna try whether we can keep really gentle bubbles going for a period of time. And if we achieve that, that'd be pretty cool. So here we have a full pot, ideal for a plate of spaghetti, full of water, and we're gonna whack it all the way to the max. So we switch it on, choose temperature, and go all the way to the maximum at 240 degrees. Now it's 7:34, and we're gonna measure it. When it comes to pot size, this allows for a relatively large range of diameters from 12 centimeters to 29 centimeters. Now, if you come closer, you can start hearing the sound. So it is quiet, it's not super quiet. But look, you're already starting to see some bubbles, which is quite amazing to be honest. In terms of power, this induction hob releases 2000 watts of power. It has a 9 range of temperature from as low as 60 degrees to a maximum of 240 degrees. What does that mean? That you can do things like steaming at low temperature or slow cooking, as well as boiling the water, whacking to the max, or frying, which requires, pretty high temperatures. And on top of that, it's got something which is quite unique. It has a safety, it has an overheating safety function. So if the temperature reaches above 260 degrees, this thing shuts down until the temperature goes below. This is a really good safety precaution. Now, we've been 3 minutes, and look, Carla, come. You're already beginning to see the bubbles coming up. And after 5 minutes, the water is boiling. So, pretty cool. If you wanted to put a timer, you press the button, and then you can choose how much to put, up to a maximum of 3 hours. Well, I skipped it, but you've seen it happen. The top is made of resistant glass. And according to Tokit, it's really easy to clean. Okay, we didn't dirt it, and I can't be bothered to dirt it because I can't be bothered to cleaning it. So that's something that I'd love for you guys to leave in the comments. Have you dirted it, and has it come out well? So we do test number 2. We're gonna put it low temperature. And the aim here, let's put it to the minimum. What's the minimum? 200. Okay, well, let's start with 1000, so we bring it up, and then we're gonna lower it, and we're gonna see whether we can constantly keep some little bubbles going. Bubbles are coming, bring it down to 400. Actually, let's go 200. Okay, maybe 200 is too little, 400. While the element is still going up and down in terms of temperature, it's actually controlling it quite well. It lets it go down. When we still have a little bit of bubbles, it kicks it up again, but we never get any sort of crazy temperature going. Overall, for the price, which here in Europe is 62 euros, you're getting a pretty legit induction hob. It's thin, it looks nice, it's minimalistic, to the point. It's got pretty much all the functions you want. 200 watt is a lot of power, which allows you to cook anything you want. The timer is a nice addition, especially if you want to cook something for quite a long time. Child lock, important, but now all of them are child lock, so good feature, but it's homogeneous across the range usually. In terms of cooling power, it is a little bit more noisy than the higher end models, but you would expect that. It is still overall pretty quiet. I mean, I'm talking now and this thing is on, and you tell me, how quiet is it? And once again, Tokit has offered a nice piece of kit, so let me know how it goes.